Chest up, chin up. Squat.
I just really gave up on life.
More control.
Said, I can't live like this. It's too frightening not to be able to see. It's not how I had envisioned my life to be. Learning about powerlifting gave me an opportunity to focus on something. I didn't know that I would become a champion one day. I just wanted to be able to do something with my life that would make a difference. My name is Charles King. I'm 69 years old, and I'm a blind athlete in the sport of powerlifting. In 1977, I spent a few months in the military. After coming back, I was able to get a job with a construction company. And the mother of my children was pregnant with twins. I was happy about my life. But when 1989 came, I went blind. I have a nerve disease. I couldn't work, so my hopes were shattered at that point. Something inside of me snapped. I gave up on life and went to the streets of Philadelphia to be homeless. I got down with the winos and alcoholics. Unfortunately, I also learned about drugs out there, crack cocaine. I just continued to go down, spiraling, and not caring. In 1996, I was drunk and I just laid down. When I woke up the next morning, the police came by and it says, okay, listen, it's too cold for you to be out here. And when I went to get up, I couldn't stand up, couldn't feel my legs. I thought blindness was the worst thing that can happen to me. Until I got frostbitten. That was frightening. The guy took me to the VA hospital because he had known I was a veteran. I was in the hospital for 17 days before I could stand on my own. They said the VA could offer me services.
First of all, I just want to welcome everyone. It's amazing that you're all here today. I want to take this opportunity for Charles to tell his story.
Good afternoon, fellow vets and blinded veterans. How y'all feeling today, home group? How do you overcome? They sent me to drug and alcohol rehabilitation, and I met other veterans who were blind and learning to live. And slowly I began to feel good about myself as a human being, in spite of not being able to see. And it felt good. And my wife and I, we got married in 1999. And the next year, started attending community college. And while I was in college, my daughter died. She had developmental issues. The pain from my daughter dying was really brutal. A few years later, I get diagnosed with prostate cancer and diabetes. You know, I'm looking up, God, what is wrong with you? You know, I'm only one man. This is just too much to take. I just didn't have any joy. I needed something more in my life.
Mr. Driver. Hello?
Hey Charles, how you doing?
Hi, how you feeling today?
I'm good. How can I assist you? Need my arm? You have two open ones on your right.
The VA offered me the chance to go to the Olympic Training Center to see what blind people do. And I met with these other blind athletes. And I became impressed by what they were doing. a little spark of life came to me. Well, I'm going to try this. I like to do powerlifting. I started training and competing at 60 years of age. For powerlifting, there are 3 lifts which you have to make. The squat,
On your end.
the bench press,
Breathe. Beautiful.
and the deadlift. Being totally blind is very difficult. Your sight balances you. It took my coach 8 months to teach me how to squat.
Much better. Keep that going.
The most important part is making sure that your form, technique, and balance are all in line with your mind. I've had a lot of successes. I won first place at the National Blind Powerlifting Championships. I set all records at the World Championship Games and the Olympiad Games for blind athletes. I managed to come in 4th place. I'd like to compete in national and world competition until I'm 80, but I'd also like to be able to be a spokesperson or advocate for other blind athletes who need help.
What does triumph mean to you?
Triumph. Triumph for me isn't those medals upstairs. Triumph for me isn't having my name in a record books. Triumph for me is I've learned how to love myself, no matter what life throws at me.